Welcome to Farm for Life, your source for off-grid living and homesteading, a sustainable lifestyle for a healthier and happier you. We blend the beauty of traditional practices with a modern touch, guiding you towards self-reliance. Join us on this extraordinary journey as we explore time-tested farming methods, sustainable living techniques, and the joy of strengthening our connection with the land. Today, we'll explore the art of fall planting perfection. With the days getting shorter and the sun setting by 5:30, I've adjusted my gardening routine, and I'm eager to share it with you. The daylight is fading fast, so I've decided to make the most of this time by clearing out a row in my garden for some fall planting. But before we get into that, let me introduce you to the tools I'll be using: an oscillating hoe and another nifty tool for tackling those weeds. I'm out here ready to clear out this row, making way for some seeds I've harvested this year. My goal is to prepare the soil for overwintering and ensure a thriving garden come spring. As I work, I'll be using these tools to cut through the soil and lift out those weeds by the roots. As I was about to resume weeding, I remembered seeing a fresh dirt pile, a potential gopher sign. Join me as we investigate together. There it is. I've stumbled upon a trail of gopher holes near my beds. How do we deal with these critters invading our garden space? One idea is to introduce daffodils, creating a natural border that gophers supposedly dislike. However, planting a daffodil barrier for the entire farm isn't feasible. Daffodils can be like secret helpers for your garden, protecting it from annoying animals. Inside their bulbs, there's something called licorine, which animals like deer, rabbits, and squirrels don't like. It doesn't hurt them, but it tastes bad, so they stay away from your veggies. But daffodils might not impress smaller critters much, and they only bloom for a short time. Don't worry, we can make the daffodil defense even better with some smart moves. To make a strong plant barrier, plant daffodils close together to make it tricky for small animals. Add taller plants for extra protection. Also, plant herbs like garlic, chives, and lavender with daffodils. Their smell keeps away certain pests. For good bugs, plant sunflowers and dill. Ladybugs and lacewings love them, and they eat the bad pests, helping your garden stay safe. Build a strong border too. A short fence or wall can be like a super strong first line of defense. It's practical and makes your garden look nice. Another idea is a stone and mulch moat. Put gravel or stones on paths to bug critters and use mulch around plants for extra defense. Think about small things too. Change where you plant things each year to confuse pests. Clean up leaves and brush regularly to get rid of hiding spots. Pick up fallen fruit and veggies so hungry critters don't come around. By doing all these things together, your daffodils won't just be pretty flowers, they'll be the leaders of your critter fighting team. Just like a yummy cake has layers, a good pest proofing plan uses different tricks. Mix physical barriers like fences with smelly plants and smart plant placements. Learn about the specific pests in your area and use the right tactics against them. And most importantly, be patient. With a bit of persistence and creativity, your garden will be a not-so-friendly place for critters and your flowers will thrive happily. Now, as I was exploring my garden, I stumbled upon a peculiar sight, a patch of dirt without a hole. I couldn't help but wonder, why do these little creatures kick up dirt like that? What's going on beneath the surface? After some research, it appears we might be dealing with moles. The good news is that moles aren't necessarily bad. They're like nature's pest control, feasting on insects. However, they might snack on our beloved earthworms too. So it's time to get your garden ready for those beautiful spring flowers. Moles. Yes, these little guys are known for making mounds in your yard. Surprisingly, moles can be your garden's secret weapon for a perfect fall planting. Moles are like expert garden helpers. They dig tunnels that make the soil nice and airy, which is great for your plants. When fall rains come, moles ensure that water and air can easily get to your plant roots, making it perfect for seeds to grow into strong plants. Their digging also turns lumpy soil into a cozy bed for new plants, loose, soft, and ready for life. But moles aren't just good at digging. They're like superheroes against bad bugs that live in the soil. Moles eat grubs, worms, and other pests that can harm your crops. Even though they might snack on a few earthworms, the good they do for pest control is much more important. And here's the cool part. Their molehills, those mounds they make, are like treasure chests full of nutrients for your plants. As they break down, they give your soil a natural boost of good stuff like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Sure, molehills might not look great, and sometimes their digging can bother shallow-rooted plants. But don't worry, with a little patience and by moving some mounds around, you can handle these small issues. Just a heads up, some places have rules about dealing with moles, so make sure to check before doing anything. To make your garden mole-friendly, make soft and damp areas in the spots where you plan to plant in the fall. And if they get too excited, you can gently guide them away with things like ultrasonic devices or natural repellents made from castor oil. Embrace the power of the underground helpers. With a bit of understanding, moles can turn your fall garden into a fantastic home for spring dreams. Let the moles do their thing, and your garden will thank them with a perfect planting season. On the other hand, there are also manual methods that involve hands-on techniques to clear weeds from your garden beds. Solarization is one of the methods, and it's effective in hot regions. For effective solarization, timing is crucial. Aim for hot summer months when the soil is naturally warm. Before applying the plastic, prepare the soil by removing existing plants, especially big weeds. Thoroughly water the soil to a depth of at least 6 inches for efficient heat transfer. When applying the plastic, use a good 4 mil thick clear plastic cover. Seal the edges by burying them or placing stones on them. Ensure there are no air pockets under the plastic. Keep the plastic cover on for 4-6 weeks without a break. Check for any rips or holes and fix them promptly. After removing the plastic, loosen the soil slightly with a garden fork. Now, you can plant your seeds for fall. Solarization offers various benefits, effectively controlling weeds by eliminating many weed seeds and some grown weeds in the top part of the soil. This method is organic and sustainable, avoiding the use of harmful chemicals, which is good for soil health and the environment. Also, it contributes to reducing soil diseases, releasing nutrients from decomposed organic matter, and fostering better plant growth. Despite these advantages, solarization has limitations. It may not be effective for deep-rooted weeds or seeds buried more than 6 inches deep. It relies on hot weather, needing ample sunlight and high temperatures to work optimally. Moreover, there's an initial cost involved in purchasing and laying down the plastic cover. Another method is hand weeding, which is a classic method for small beds, pulling weeds carefully. Fork digging, using a broad fork, gently lifts and loosens the soil, bringing weed roots to the surface. Smothering with cardboard involves laying layers on the bed to break down and suppress weeds without disturbing the soil, suitable for areas with existing vegetation. Mechanical methods include tilling, the fastest way for large beds but disruptive to soil structure. Choose no-till or minimal till when possible. A rotary tiller with a weed whacker attachment chops up weeds while tilling, preventing regrowth. Flame weeding uses a handheld propane torch to burn weed tops, ideal for spot treating in established beds. Consider the timing based on your local climate and planting schedule. Ideally, clear beds in early to mid-summer for fall planting. After clearing, add organic matter like compost or aged manure to improve soil fertility. Planting cover crops such as buckwheat or rye after clearing can suppress weeds and enrich the soil before fall planting. The best method depends on your circumstances, bed size, available time, and budget. Consider these factors when deciding how to clear your beds. We've explored the world of fall planting, discovered the secret life of daffodils as critter-fighting heroes, and even embraced the underground power of moles in our gardens. Nature has a way of surprising us with its intricate web of relationships. Now, here's a question for you. What's your go-to method for keeping critters at bay and ensuring a perfect planting season? Have you encountered any unexpected garden helpers like our mole friends? Share your insights and tips in the comments section below. That's a wrap for our Farm for Life episode today. We invite you to be part of our off-grid living and homesteading community. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our information with your friends and family. Let's build our community together. Thank you, and we will see you next time.